Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Pranam to all devotees. Welcome all devotees on behalf of ISKCON Mangaluru Kulai Temple, Radha Govinda Temple and Namanishta Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to for your association. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So I think yesterday towards the end it was so nostalgic, right? How I mean God, Lord is Krishna is so merciful, and He has made this easiest formula for anybody. Even a person who is in Tamoguna also, the Lord says, slowly and gradually they will transcend from Tamoguna, come to Rajo, and then come to Sattva. Right? So bhakti is the ultimate, and bhakti is the destination. Even the karmi also come to bhakti at the end. Jnani comes to bhakti, and similarly the yogi. So that is karmi stops with Brahman realization, and the jnani till the Paramatma realization, and the bhakta is still actually when we take karma kandis are for what do you call that, purification of heart. In fact, very frankly speaking, karmi, the more karma they do, the more purification happens in the heart. So when next you come to Jnanis come to self-realization. That is, I am not this body, I am the soul. So karmis, they stop with purification of heart, and the Jnanis realize the Brahman realization. Brahmeti, Paramatma iti, Bhagavan iti Shaktate. What is it? Vadanti Tattva Vidas Tattvam. Tattvam. What is Tattvam? The absolute truth. Absolute truth is the Tattvam. That means there is no other cause beyond him. There is no cause equal to him. That is the ultimate. There is the absolute truth. There is no beginning. There is no end to it. That is the tattva. So Vadanti, people say, who says? The transcendentalist. Who are the transcendentalists? Vadanti tattva vidas tattvam. Vid means one who knows. Tattva ved. What is it? That, oh Krishna, Tattva Vidastatvam, that Guru, I think 4.13, that Guru shloka is there, no? Tadvidi pranipatena, Krishna, Harivo. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevayam upateshanti te jnanam jnani nas tattva darshinaha. One who knows, one who are self-realized, they are the spiritual master. Who are they? They know the tattva. So here also in Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 11th verse. Vadanti tattva vidas tattvam. What do they say? Ajnanam advayam. They say there is no two. That one person. See, one sun is there. How do we realize the sun? With the rays. So one who is satisfied with the sun rays, oh, rays are there, so sun is there. That is Brahman realization. They stop over there. And then one who goes to the sun disk, that is a periphery. They try to understand the sun disk. They stop with Paramatma realization. And one who wants to know about the full sun planet, they are Bhagavan realized. So it is all, it depends on level, level to the initial beginning. Self-realization is the Brahman realization. Hare Krishna. Now, a biggest doubt, it should actually come. Everybody might be having. Mataji, when bhakti is the ultimate, karma yogi, jnana yogi, and ashtanga yogi. Okay, so all for them bhakti is ultimate. Then after bhakti, what does it need to? know about the knowledge even. So that is, tattva knowledge is very, very important. That is what. What is a tattva? So once we need to understand about the absolute truth to even develop the. So why Krishna has given the bhakti in between? It's like a sandwich. The real taste is in between. So this side and this side we put the bread and the jam is applied in the center. And the taste is applied in the both the side. Is it not? So that means that taste relish. Karmis also relish bhakti at the end. Jnanis also relish bhakti from the beginning. Okay, so this jnani, that means knowledge, the real tattva knowledge is very essential in order to continue in bhakti. People easily come to bhakti because association is there, ISKCON is there, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, we all may come to ISKCON. But you know the number of dropouts are more than the number of devotees come and join us. That is a reason. So if we have to continue, even after, see, sometime what happen, if you have that, what do you call, Sukriti, but that we saw 6.4142. The previous birth, if we were a elevated sannyasi, we take birth in Bhakta's house. So no problem. Already parents are Bhaktas, already Bhagavatam is there, Chaitanya Charitamrita is there, means Krishna is there. But for the devotees who are, but for the sadhus, yogis, who have just come to Bhakti and they, the soul leaves the body. And they will be born in Shriyo Tatam. Why, what was that? Prapya punya kritalo kan ushitva shashwati sama shuchinam shrimatam gehe. They'll be born in rich aristocrat family, isn't it? So in the rich aristocrat family, what may happen if they do not try to continue, if they do not know the real knowledge, how we can stay in bhakti, what will happen? Again, they will fall down. So this knowledge is very, very important. That's why Krishna has given the 13th to 18th chapter as Jnana Yoga. That is the knowledge. Which knowledge? This is not the information. Information is knowledge. This is a realized knowledge, transcendental knowledge. So transcendental knowledge is the practical knowledge. Whatever we learn, Bhagavad Gita is a life manual, right? Simply reading the Bhagavad Gita, by hearting the verses will not help us at all. Even that, Neha Vikrama Nashosti, that will somewhere or the other will come to our rescue. But that is not sufficient. Okay, so we should know the knowledge. And to start with the knowledge, this is a very, very wonderful chapter. To know, first of all, we have to know about ourselves. To know the Lord, to understand the Paramatma. How can we do not, if we don't understand ourselves, who am I? Why have I come here? What is my life objective? What am I supposed to know? What is my destination? Where from I have come? Is it not? That is why we saw from 10th chapter we have been seeing. We have come from Supreme Personality of Godhead only. That is Mamai Vamsho Jivaloke. Krishna tells, 15.7. You all are my part and parcel. And that is, what is that? 9th chapter also we saw, no? Prakriti Swasama Vishtaya. Everything has emanated from the Prakriti. That means everything has come from the nature. Maya Dakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharachara. Maya Adhyakshena. The whole Prakriti rotates. The whole Prakriti acts. Maya Adhyakshena. Who is the Adhyaksha? Supermost, topmost executive. CEO. So whole Prakriti acts under my instruction, my Adesh, my instructions, right? So Krishna tells everything. So that is the relation, Sambandha Jnana. Once we know that, we need to know what is the process of going back to Him. So it is very important to know where from we came. First of all, what is the purpose of this body? Why do we have this body? So as usual, Arjuna is asking this beautiful question to Krishna. So before that, a small 4-5 points of recap. If Bhakti is the culmination, why is Jnana presented in the last 6 chapters? In truth, the entire Bhagavad Gita is Bhakti only. First to sixth chapter, bhakti through activities, bhakti through karma kandi. Karma kandi are those people who do the fruitive activities for selfish motive. Karma kandis. That means Vedas are saying this, you have to do this, 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 I have to do. Why are we doing it? They don't know. What is the objective of doing it? They don't know. What is the real process of doing this? They may not know. They may not. What is that second chapter? Yamimam pushpitam vachyam. Pushpitam vachyam, the flowery words of the Vedas. People simply believe in the flowery words, flowery words. It's all atishayokti, we say, no? बहुत ऊपर चढ़ा बढ़ा के we say. That is, everything has been exaggerated. Like that. Without knowing, performing yajna, following the Veda, what is the use? The ultimate objective. That is what we saw in the 10th chapter. Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana. What is the use of that knowledge? So, karma 1 to 6 also Bhakti Yoga. And last 6 also, though it explains about the Jnana, it is Bhakti Yoga. But on the middle 6, totally discuss about bhakti itself. But other places, through karma, we go to devotion. Through jnana, we become a devotee. That's all the differences. Okay. So also in the 12th chapter, Krishna gave us so nicely. Teshamaham samudrata. You remember 7th verse. Teshamaham samudrata mrityu samsara sagarat bhavamina chirat partha maya veshita chetasam. So once you focus, fix your mind on me, I will help you. Tesham aham samudtairita. I will help you to cross over this material world. Krishna told in 12th chapter in the 7th verse. In the 5th verse, what did he say? Kleshodikata rastesham abhyakta sakta chetasam. Avyakta ki ghatir dukkan dega vabdir avapyate. So Krishna said, okay Arjuna, the one who worships the unmanifest also can come to me. But the thing is, it's very, very difficult. It takes long time for them to come to me. So it is always better to fully focus upon my lotus feet. If that is not possible, follow the regulative principle with practice. If that is also not possible, do the karma for me. If you are not able to do that karma also for me, you do the karma for yourself. Karma pala. You renounce the karma pala. That is bhakti. So for us, neophyte devotees, do all the things what we perform, we have to do. But only thing is, at the end of the day, Krishna, everything because of you, I could do that. It is all your mercy. So the entire benefit, whatever I think I reap, it's nothing me. It is because of your mercy, Krishna. That's all. Na? So the last 6 chapters, now 13 to 18, are going to give us the philosophical knowledge. Well, philosophy is also, see, it is said, what is it? Philosophy without bhakti is dry. It is a dry knowledge which people manipulate, speculation. So philosophy without bhakti is a speculation. Bhakti without philosophy is ignorance. Okay? Hare Krishna. Because they may fall down any time. That is why. Hare Krishna. Jnana has its use in assisting our detachment. So if we have the real knowledge, transcendental knowledge, if we know what is my body, what is Maya, what is Prakriti, who all are in my body, how my body is made up of, if we come to know who is that one who controls the everything, who controls not only the Prakriti, who controls Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, everything. If we know about the origin of Krishna, we will definitely develop devotion towards him. So it is very important to know about him through knowledge. So this knowledge helps us to know about Krishna. The more we know about Krishna, the more we are going towards Krishna. So we are in Tatastha Shakti, right? Tatastha means marginal. The material energy is inferior. Exterior energy is very, very inferior. The Lord's interior energy is the, the most superior energy with which the Lord expands. But we are in the center. So the more we go towards Krishna, the more become far away from Maya. The more we go near Maya, the more we come far away from Krishna. So that means the more we go towards Krishna with bhakti, automatically we get the detachment. Very frankly, that is why Krishna has told, no, oh Arjuna, sannyasa, no. Working with the devotion is much better than renunciation. I think in the 3rd chapter, he said this. So working in devotion is better than renunciation. So now you work with the devotion for me. Then automatically renunciation will come to you. Hare Krishna. Hence, when we use the knowledge as a means to attain devotion, then it becomes a part of bhakti. Okay, these are the 8 questions, 6 questions. Arjuna asks Krishna. The first verse is this only. Arjuna Uvacha, first one. What is Prakriti? What is Purusha? Who is Purusha? And who is Kshetra and Kshetrajna? What is knowledge and what is object of the knowledge, goal of the knowledge? So, what is that? Arjuna asked this all 6 questions. Krishna, can you please explain me all these things? Now, through the chapter, Krishna will explain everything. Hare Krishna. So the first one, what uh, Arjuna said, okay. Arjuna said, oh my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, Purusha, and the field and the knower of the field, and of knowledge and the end of knowledge. What is the beginning of knowledge? What is the end of knowledge? What is all about knowledge? The blessed Lord then said, this body, O son of Kunti, is called the field. This body, what with the sharir, what we have got, that is the field. And one who knows this body is called the knower of the field. Very technical. I'll explain one more verse we will see, and I will come back to this because it is interconnected. Hare Krishna. Okay, the next one is, yes, Kshetram cha api mam. That's why I wanted to go to this verse. Cha api. Cha means also. Api mam. Vidhi. Vidhi means just now I said knowing. Okay, Visadna, that tad vidhi pranipatena. One who knows the tattva is the spiritual master. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. Humbly we should ask question to that. Anna? So tattva vidhi. One who knows the tattva. Here, Kshetrajnam cha apimam vidhi. I am also. So who is the other one, previous one? He says, there is one knower. This body, one who knows about this body is the knower. But O Arjuna, I am also the knower. So this word cha is extremely important. Kshetrajnam cha apimam. I also know. Sarva kshetra vaishu bharata. I know about every living entity. Sarva kshetra. Kshetra means body, just now we learned. So I know about Sarva Kshetra. I know about everybody. So I think you might have understood the meaning, right? One, the soul is the knower, but the soul knows only about this body. But there is also one more knower. That one more knower knows about everybody. Is it clear? Okay. So there is one knower who is the soul about only. If I get hurt, my soul will come to know. But the Paramatma will come to know when my neighbor gets hurt. He knows that also. Or maybe somebody is very far in other countries. Somebody is there. Something good happening, let us see, something they became God realized. They became self-realized. That Paramatma knows about them also. Oh, this so-and-so became God realized soul today. He will come to know. But I don't know. I don't know in the entire world who all are getting self-realization today, who all are getting initiation from Guru today. No, but the Paramatma knows. Okay. Kshetra Kshetragnyor Jnanam. Here again the knowledge. What is this knowledge? To understand that Kshetra Kshetrajno. What is body and who is the owner of the body. This is the real jnana. This tajnana matam mama. So you will come to know when you again as usual surrender to me. Okay, so Krishna is saying, O son of Bharata, you should understand that I am also the knower in all the bodies. This I is the Paramatma, super soul. And to understand this body and its owner, who is the owner? Soul is the owner. And also the Paramatma is the knower. Okay, that is in my opinion. So what was the first question? First question is nature, that we will see later. What is Kshetra? He has already answered. Kshetra is the Shariram. Now we will learn how the Sharir is made up of when we go to the material nature Prakriti question. Kshetra Jnanam, one who is the observer of this body, who knows this body, who observes this body, what is happening in our body. Dekino asmin yata dekhe kaumaram yavanam jara. Soul is the same. Soul is unchangeable, but the body keeps changing. How many new cells come within every minute? Oh, some of the old cells die away, new cells come. So our body is frequent changes keep happening. Consecutively, persistently, changes keep happening in our body, but the soul remains the same. Is it not? So who knows? The soul knows what are the changes happening in our body. Kaumaram, yeah, what is that? Childhood, Yavanam, boyhood, Jara, old age. Okay, so the soul knows that it is happening, but the soul does not change. Okay, so Kshetra is the body. There are two Kshetrajna. One is the soul and another one is the super soul. The soul knows only about this particular body. The super soul knows about all the bodies because he is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead only. The Chirodakshaya Vishnu, who is an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, he has entered into every living entity. Not only living entity, Chara Achara, he is into every single smallest, minutest atom. He enters into the Chara and Achara atoms also. So that Paramatma, he is also the knower of every particular, everybody. Okay. What is knowledge then? What is to be known? Mataji, you are going on saying they know, no, no, no. What do they know? What is to be known? What do they know? So, what we know is Jnanam. What is to be known is the Geyam, the object of knowledge, the goal of knowledge is the Geyam. And what is to be understood? What this Kshetra and Kshetrajna, what are we supposed to understand? What is the knowledge about this body we need to understand? What is the knowledge we need to about these two knower of the body? About my soul, how do I come to know? About the Paramatma, how do I come to know? These all are the Geyam. Ultimately, we are supposed to know about the Geyam. That is sufficient. Once we come to Paramatma level realization, slowly, gradually from Brahman realization, we come to Paramatma realization. It is like, the analogy what Prabhupada gives in this verses. The farmer knows everything about his own land. If a farmer is there in a village, that farmer knows each and every nook and corner. He knows what I grew 2 years before, what I'll be growing next year, what I'm going to grow this year. If I have to grow this year paddy, what are the, like a fertilizer I have to use, where from I have to get the seed, etc. Everything he knows about paddy. This time he knows that. But that king, no, he knows about every single small fragment of the fields in his own region. This particular farmer in his field, he is going to grow now this year wheat. This particular farmer is that, what do you call that? Plantain. Like that, he knows. King knows everything. Same way, farmer is the individual soul and the king is the Paramatma. Is it clear to everybody? If this is clear only, we can proceed. Very simple. Prakriti, material nature, we all know. What has been created by Supreme Personality of Godhead under the supervision of Maya Devi. He had given this job to Maya Devi. Maya Devi's job is what? To create the material nature. But Maya Adakshena Prakriti. What verse I told? Ninth chapter, somewhere around 11th or 12th, 13th verse. So, Maya Adakshena Prakriti. Under my supervision, this Maya Devi supervises the material nature. Bhagavan, gives one small instruction to Maya Devi. So, okay, I'll tell now, only try to understand that. The soul desires, we all know. Soul will see something and immediately it desires. And how much ever you try, I don't know, I have this very bad quality. If somebody is having something, immediately I will think, wow, how nice this is. If he possess, if they go somewhere, so many yatra, dham, people go, no, immediately, I also want to go. If I go, how it will be. If I, like that, that automatically the soul desires. That's the only job of the soul. Soul does not, yeah, pashyati sa pashyati. The soul will only keep on seeing, observing, and desiring something. So, what is the root cause for the desire? This Prakriti, Maya. It's not Maya, it's a total, Maya Takshena, the Lord's. But we call it as illusion. What is Maya? Which is not real, which is not, that is known as Maya. So that is not real. Prakriti is not real. But when we take birth, we come in contact with this Prakriti. So this Prakriti has got three gunas in it. These three gunas only make us function according to our previous birth. In the previous birth, if we have desired something very, not very low desire, we will have that tamoguna. With that guna only we will be born. Prabhuji asked that what is condition? Souls are conditioned. From last previous birth, they bring all the kama vasana, karma vasana, prarabdha karma, they bring. So they are conditioned to that kind of living. To come out of that kind of living, we need the Paramatma's help, because the Paramatma is sitting in our heart. Sarvasya Chakam Kridi Sannivishto. So we have to turn the two birds, you remember? One bird is enjoying the fruit, another bird is watching. Oh, this soul, so innocent, does not know that hunter is about to kill and enjoying the fruit. Like that, the Paramatma is only witnessing. He is the witness. Whatever the soul desire, he notes down. Accordingly, he will give the instruction to the Prakriti, material nature, to give the body. The seed he gives to material nature through Shambhu, to Shiva Tattva. So, again, material nature, they are our mother and father. Okay, fine. So, this is Paramatma. Knowing Paramatma is the goal of our knowledge. Hare Krishna. Okay, so to know, yes, we saw till there. Okay. Now, you see, that's what sun example I told. Knowing about only the sun rays is a Brahman realization, and knowing about the sun disk is a Paramatma realization. Knowing about sun planet is Bhagavan realization. This is a beautiful verse, very, very beautiful verse. And the purport, note down this number 13.5. Srila Prabhupada has written once again in the fourth chapter, he wrote about Brahma Pucham, understanding the Brahman, right? Same he has written here also, but in a little higher level. That knowledge of the field of activities and of the knower of activities is described by various sages in various Vedic writing. See, one knows about the Upanishad. That's it. I know about the Upanishad. I have learned everything about the Upanishad. Whatever the Upanishad has told, I will do it accordingly. That's only Brahman realization. Okay? What is said, why it is said, what is the ultimate objective of this, the Paramdrishva, no. What is it? Samsiddhim Haritoshanam is the ultimate objective of the Veda. Vedas all say do this, do this, do this, do this, but ultimately it says all your activities should be aimed to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? We saw that na dharma swanishtita pumsam varnashrama vibhagashaga swanishtitasya dharmasya samsiddhim haritoshanam. So all activities which we do according to our dharma, dharmasya. Dharma, what is dharma? Varnashrama is our dharma. So varnashrama vibhagashaga swanishtitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. Okay, it is specially presented in Vedanta Sutra with all reasoning as to cause and effect. This is what is material nature. Material nature has got its own cause. Why it has been created? It has been created for the souls to enjoy. Otherwise, life will be so dry. So the Lord is watching after giving everything to us. He is watching. Is this soul has the gratitude? Does this soul has the gratitude? Does this soul even understand that everything what it has got has been bestowed upon the soul belongs to me? Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Is he very grateful to me? We say no bhumi rapo nalo vayugo kammano buddhir yevacha ahankara vimudatma. Then it says, and the Lord also said, I am the taste in the water, rasoham apsu kaunteya. Everything. Does this soul understand all these things? The Lord sees. Okay, so that is what the effect. So here again Srila Prabhupada says, one person is simply satisfied. As I told, oh, sun rays are coming, it's so hot, nice, it gives anna, that is a grain. Because of the sun rays we get grain. We all know the science, no? Water evaporation, all those things, condensation, rain comes, grain comes. So because of the sun rays, we get rain. Okay, that understanding I have. I'm happy with that. That is Annamaya Kosha. That's the first level of understanding. These are low understanding. Even these are below Brahman realization they are. Then we have the Prana, Pranamaya Kosha. That is the, oh no, only eating will not help us. We need to breathe also. That means in our body, 10 types of prana are flowing. So mainly we say 5. Prana, Apana, Udana, Vyana, Samana. These 5 are very important for us to breathe and exist. The soul exists only because of this prana sancharan in our body. So the moment soul departs, prana sancharan will be stopped. The air will not circulate in our body. So till this realization also it is okay. Everyone has to understand this. This is basic necessity. But unfortunately, the Tamoguni people do not understand this also. And then the third one we saw, Jnanamaya Kosha. That's a mind level. So now what is the function of the mind? The once the soul desires something, the mind will start making plans, thinking, feeling, willing. These are the functions of the mind. So Jnanamaya, some knowledge the mind has got. The mind can now think. So from the Pranamaya Kosha, we go little higher level. Mind is able to think nicely, able to make plan nicely, and thinking, feeling, willing. Okay, so the mind is able to make lot many. Keep on mind, we know, no. It mind is some monkey, keeps jumping from tree to tree. Within a fraction of a second, you can take a world tour and come back here also. That fastest vehicle. But the only vehicle which helps us to Mayam Yesham Tarantite. The only vehicle to cross this material ocean is this body, because dogs cannot, animals cannot, any other body other than the human body cannot cross over this material nature. But there also, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one dog was following him when he was coming this yatra from this, what is that, Mayapur. From there to he was coming to Puri through the forest. In that he was simply doing Sankirtan, etc. And all the deer, everything used to come here, dance. So wonderful. One dog, it was following the story. So others were looking for it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left everybody and went. Finally, they came to know, they saw the dog leaving its, soul leaving the dog body near Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it has followed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, anyway, what I'm trying to say is, we say they don't, there also soul is there. But the realization, Paramatma realization does not happen in animals. Okay, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu time that was also happening. Even if you go to spiritual world, they all are like self-realized. They don't fight with each other. that the deer and the lion will be very, very close. Okay, they don't fight with each other. They don't make the inferior animal a prey. Lord's arrangement, you see, so beautiful. In the forest, you see, who will feed them? Nobody. They have to eat on their own. No. So the Lord has created animals right from reptile to a giraffe. Height-wise, he has created. What is on the land, reptiles can eat. And what is short bushes, like deer, etc., water body, and hippopotamus, like that. And tall, topmost, are in the little taller zebra. And then comes the giraffe. Otherwise, what will happen? If giraffe also, imagine, it's like a reptile type only, all are reptiles. Oh, the topmost branches will be totally a waste, and there will be food shortage, isn't it? The Lord feeds even the elephant, which eats tons and tons. It's very small story. And Lakshmi Devi, once she started doubting Vishnu. This Vishnu all the time lying down here like this in the Shirodakshaya ocean. And he tells he takes care of everybody. Let me check today, my Lord. Like that, she did all her Nitya Karma, and she took one, what do you call, Sindur Ka Dabba. And that box she took, and she put one ant in that and closed the box and kept it. So whole day was over. And she asked Vishnu, did you do all your duty yesterday? Yes, yes, yes. Why do you have this doubt? Finally, she asked so many times. Then she said, I think one Bhutani, what is that, living entity? Sarva Bhutani, we say, no, one living entity you had forgotten. Oh, he said, then that means I have committed a big mistake. Like that, Vishnu starts thinking. Lakshmi ji goes there, opens the box, and see the ant is eating a small rice, half eaten, half is left. When that is Mang Bhartehen, they say, no, that Akshatai we put when that Sindur they keep. So from that, when she was telling only with the Lord's arrangement, providence. Lord's arrangement is providence. With the Lord's providence, that one grain fell down, and the ant was eating. So Lord makes arrangement, but we don't know, we don't understand that. We think all the problem on this earth only we have got. All other people are enjoying, only I am suffering. Like that we think generally people think. We are not satisfied with what we have. Okay, so Jnanamaya Kosha, then Vijnanamaya Kosha. At Jnanamaya Kosha, the Brahman realization takes place. Then comes to Vijnanam. Vijnanam is self-realization. That is, what is that? Transcendental realization. There is one more, Paramatma living in my body. Then finally it is Sattva Guna, that is Vijnanamaya Kosha, Rajoguna, then above that it is Sattva Guna. When Vishuddha Sattva comes, we become transcendental. We are beyond that. Three modes of material nature. That is also known as Vasudeva Sattva. One who realizes Vasudeva, they are known as, they live in Vishuddha Sattva. Hare Krishna. So this 13.5 explains about Brahma Pucham, the levels of understanding. So simply and trying to understand the flowery words of the Vedanta and Vedanta Sutra will not give us the realization. Okay, this already we saw in 4th chapter also, 4th or 5th, I don't remember. Here also we are seeing, right? Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jnanamaya, and Vijnanamaya. This is Vijnanamaya is realized knowledge. Tadvidhi pranipatena. That is Vijnanamaya. Okay. Now, the 5 great elements. So, how this body is made up of? Very important. Panchamahabhuta. Air, water, fire, air, first is space. Ether, space. Then air, fire, water, and earth. Panchamahabhuta. Then comes false ego, intelligence, and the mind. The sixth, aparayamita swanyam prakriti vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho. So the sixth, kammano buddhi yevacha, bhumi, apo, anal, vayu, kam is shabda. Mano buddhir evacha, ahankara. So this 8. Okay, all those, that means including mind, buddhi, ahankar. Then the 10. So how many are there? 13 are over. Panchamahabhuta and 3 subtle elements, 13. 5 working senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses. Knowledge acquiring eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and the um, eyes, nose, genitals, knowledge acquiring. Okay, and then comes the karmendriya. That is the action. The karmendriya, another 5 karmendriya. So, pancha mahabhuta, pancha karmendriya, pancha jnanendriya, 5 sense objects. Eyes has got chakshu, so rupam, form. Tongue has got taste. The skin has got, twacha has got touch. So like that, 5 sense objects are there. Okay, so the skin comes in knowledge acquiring only. The knowledge acquiring is one of the knowledge acquiring senses. Skin, somebody touches us, we come to know, isn't it? So that touch is the object of skin. So 5 Panchamahabhuta, 5 Karmendriya, 5 Jnanendriya, 5 objects are sensed, 4 by 5 are 20 plus 3, Manbuddhi Ahankar 23, and the Mahat Tattva or Pradhan also we can say. Pradhan is the unmanifest, Mahat Tattva is the manifest. All this is none other than through which the Lord creates the material nature. Even you can say material nature, no problem. Okay, manifest and unmanifest. Unmanifest is Pradhan, manifest is Mahat Tattva. So what is it? Material nature. So 24, 25 is the soul, 26 is the Paramatma. Somewhere Krishna stops with 24. In the next verse, he goes to 25th also. Then he goes to 26th also in only one verse. So 26 elements are this body is made up of. But one thing we have to know, very important, is desire, hatred, happiness, distress, and the aggregate of the life symptoms. These five things are the very, very important convictions. All these 5 are considered to be field of activities. So that means we say no, mind means emotion, feeling, all these things. That is what it is known as here. They all come under the field of activity. What is field of activity? This body. So this body is made up of all these things. Now comes a very important. Till now, Sambandha knowledge is over. What is Sambandha? What is our relation with the Lord? So the Lord only has created all these things. The Lord only has given us the desire, hatred, happiness, distress, all opposite. You see, desire and hatred. That is dvandva. If you remember in 12th chapter, we saw, 12th chapter, what did we say? That one very important Samaga Shatraucha Mitrecha. Shatru, Mitra, Manapamana, Shita Ushna, Sukha Dukkha. What was that? 18th verse. 18th verse is Shama Chatraucha Mitrecha Tata Manapamana Yoga Shitoshna Sukha Dukkeshu Samasanga Vivarjitaha. A person, one who is equal in all these things, is very dear to me. Yesterday Krishna told. Okay, so that is what here also we need to be equal. So this is the Sambandha knowledge. Now we have to know about the process. How we can understand all these things. Very simple but very important, but at the same time complicated also. So Krishna gives the Abhideya, process, knowledge, the knowledge which we need to know the process of reaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Amanit, I will read this very fast. In the next slide, everything is given separately. Or it's better to go to next slide only. I mean, there itself we can read the verse. Okay, that is, see, Amanitvam Madambitvam. You go vertically here on the to your left hand side. Amanitvam Madambitvam Ahimsa Kshantir Arjavam Acharya Pasanam Shaucham Stairam Atma Vinigraha Indriyarteshu Vairagyam Anahankara Evacha Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam Asaktir Anabhishwangaha Putradara Grahadishu Nityacha Samachittatvam Ishno Ichhanupati Pattishu. Okay, so these are there is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the last one is very, very extremely important verse. What that is the 13th one. 13th one is Sarvatra. One second. Yeah, that's one. No, 8, 9, 10, 11. Mai chananya yogena, this one. That's a 10th one. Mai chananya yogena bhaktir avyabhicharini. Unalloyed devotional service. You are able to see the last line. Na ananya bhakti. Yesterday, first Krishna told that only. The highest bhakti is no anya bhakti. Anya vilashita shunyam. Only fixing your mind only on me. No Devata, nothing. So Ananya Bhakti, he started with. So same thing here he's saying, unalloyed service, Ahaituki apratikata. Savai pumsam parodharmo yato bhakti adoksha je. Ahaituki apratikata. Uninterrupted and unalloyed devotional bhakti. Here also the Lord is saying the same thing. Maichananya yogena bhakti avyabhicharini. There is no other bhakti. Vivikta desha sevitvam aratir jana samsadi. That's not given here. That's why I read. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is over here. Now, the meaning we will see. Amanitvam, humility. But that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, Amanitvam, no, sorry, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Trinadapi Shuni Chena, Tarorapi Sahishuna, Amanadena Manadena Kirtani. Sadagari, he says, make me more humbler than the blade of tree, because the branch which bears more fruits, it bends down automatically. Why? So that other people will be benefited by plucking the fruits. So automatically it falls down. He doesn't have the pride, I have got all the fruits, I will shine straight. No, automatically bends down. Okay, so that the objective of the tree is what the Lord has given. Who has given all this? Who gave the first seed? Imagine. Who gave the first mango seed? Obviously, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So He has given this tolerant. Now, make me more tolerant than the tree. We throw stone, the tree gives us fruit. That tolerant it is. Sardi, garmi, whatever it stands in all cold also, winter also, rain also, heat also, everything it stands. Okay, so tolerant. So the out of all 20 knowledge acquiring, these are all the knowledge through which we can understand the Lord. If you are humble, you can understand the Lord. Krishna is going on telling in Bhagavad Gita, oh Arjuna, you are prideless, you are egoless, you are envyless. That is why I'm telling you this Bhagavad Gita. He told so many times, right? You are you are non-envious. So very important. Non-violence. These all are the process of reaching the or understanding the Paramatma. So we maybe know, I mean, so many people we may know, no? One who has got all these 20 qualities, they'll be so submissive. They are devotees. They are aham sachame priyaha. Yesterday he told that only. Samasanga vivarjitaha. I like him very much finally. One who is equipoised in all those things. Sana 18th verse. Shita, Ushna, Sama, Shatru, Mitro, Mana, Pamana, all these people. So the Lord wants every living entity to go through this process. Tolerance has come already. Here, Ahimsa, I want to say one thing. Ahimsa is, not only not doing any harm to others. We have to have that karuna mudita. Where, I think Patanjali Yoga Sutra. There, no, in Bhagavad Gita also somewhere it comes. The law, sorry, Nectar of Devotion, I remember. In Nectar of Devotion, Srila Rupa Goswami says, we have to have, like those who are above us, we should have respect. Okay? Then those who are equal to us, we should have love for them. Those who are below us, we should have the compassion for them. And those who are totally atheist, we should have mudita. We should not have any relationship with them. So only then, that is, yesterday I discussed, you remember, neophyte devotee, Madhyama devotee, and the Kanishta devotee. So like that, Kanishta devotee, we should have respect for them. Madhyama devotee, we should have love for them. And neophyte devotee, we should have Karuna. We should have compassion for them. So that we will be. So ahimsa is, if we do not work for the other souls to come to Krishna consciousness, that is also violence. If we don't work, it is violence. If we work for other souls to bring them to Krishna consciousness, that is why Srila Prabhupada has insisted so much on that pravachan, prachar, book distribution, etc. Because through books, through this, all the online association, etc., we give bhakti to all devotees. Very important. So ahimsa is not only not doing any harm to others. We should not even at mind level think any harm to others also. Tolerance, okay. Simplicity. Simplicity is not only looking simple outside, behaving also. With in behavior also we should show that automatically will come. If we know, some people know, there is a proverb in Hindi, I don't know what do we say in English for that. Hathi ke dant dekhne ke aur, dikhane ke aur. That means some people, for what is it? For pravachan, for advice, they will give some advice, but they will not follow it. For them, it is some advice. For others, it is some advice. That's why generally it is said we have to first practice before we preach. That is a real leadership, isn't it? Only simply preaching and not following, who will learn it? That's Yadyadacharati Shrestha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, they all have set an example. They themselves practiced and showed in front of us. That is why, that is the reason Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give us this Krishna Prema at a very easy cost. Self-control. Self-control is a very too much important it is. This is controlling our senses. If you are not able to control our senses, what will happen? We will not be able to control our mind. So very important. Mind control is not possible. We say, no, I can't control my mind because we don't control our senses first. Most of the time, those who chant here, you can understand. The japa bead comes in our hand. The mind keeps on thinking. Who gave the input to the mind? Who fed the mind? Obviously, either eyes or the ears. Somebody might have said something, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Ram, 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 Hare Hare, mind it is going. She said this to her, about me, on so and so, that's such a day. So who fed it? The ears fed it. Similarly, something we don't want to think about it, we keep on thinking in the process of chanting. Who gave the input? The eyes gave the input. This is very difficult to control. It is said in the self-control only. Srila Prabhupada has written in self-control. Very extremely difficult to control the tongue. If the tongue is controlled, what will happen? That belly will be controlled, genital will be controlled, because they all are in the same line. Vacho vekam, manasa vekam, krodha vekam, jikhva vekam, udara vekam, belly, hunger. Upastha vegam, genitals. So vacha vegam, manasakrodha vegam, jigva vegam, mudarapastha vegam, etan vegan, vishageta diraga, sarvopiman prithvim sat shishyat. A spiritual master who has controlled all these arjas, 6 arjas, they can only create disciples in the entire world. So for that, it has to start from the vacho vegam. Then the taste. Okay. Yesterday we saw D, no. What is that? Diet. We have to control our tongue only to eat. Diet we should practice. Nothing else. No other food other than the diet. What is diet? Krishna Prasadam. Dham Vasa Yatra. Dieting and Dham Yatra. Devotees Association, we can say. So these all are D. If we go through A also, we'll have so many in Bhakti. A to Z, we can make, what is it? Anagrams. Okay? Yes. Self-control. Nadanam na janam na sundarim bhavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavatar bhaktir ahaituki tvayi. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told Bhakti should be Ahaituki. So, Ahaituki Apratikada is unmotivated with any material desire and uninterrupted. Na Dhanam, na Janam, na Sundarim. I don't want anything in my life. What do I want? I want only that Ahaituki Bhakti. So this unalloyed bhakti is extremely important. No entanglement. Anabhishwangaha putra dara grahadishu. Krishna is not saying leave everybody, go to forest. He never recommends that. He says do karma for their welfare. Do karma for bringing up your family. But don't get attached. Because of me, my son studied lawyer. I paid the fees. I sent him for coaching. Everything. No, that is what he said. Krishna, he is your soul. So I have tried to help the soul with your mercy. That's all he wants. Bhakti is over. Okay. Hare Krishna. Can we proceed? You have any doubt, you can ask me. You note down or you write in the chat. We will come back to this. Okay. Hare Krishna. So now Krishna is saying, now I shall explain what is knowable. What is knowable? The Gayam, the knowledge, goal of knowledge. So Krishna is telling that what is the goal of the knowledge. So we just know Brahman, Paramatma, and the Bhagavan. So here it is, knowing which you shall taste the eternal. Brahman, the spirit, which does not have Anadiradir Govinda, Sarvakarana Karanam, there's no beginning, there's no end. He is a Sarvakarana Karanam, lies beyond the cause and effect. Karanam means cause, isn't it? So, effect. So, the Lord is beyond cause and effect. There is no cause for Lord, there is no effect for Lord. He is beyond all gunas, though he is the creator of the gunas. Though he has, this is, you see, that like Maya Devi Roop, also you got that Vishnu's Shanga Chakra Gada Padma also, isn't it? And he has got Rama's, that is Dhanur, and the what do you call the Ayuda, weapon, we say no to annihilate the demons. Okay, so that material world is this. This is Maya Devi. Sarvendriyani gunabhasham sarvendriya vivarjitam asaktam sarvabhrachaiva nirgunam guna bhoktricha. The Supreme Lord is the original source. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagatavyakta murtina. Matsani sarva bhutani. Naiteshu chapigam. Yesterday also we saw one more. Aham sarvat day before, na 10th chapter, 8th verse. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate. Everything is emanated from me only. So the Lord is the source of all senses. Yet he is without sense. Mataji, he doesn't have sense. In the sense, he has got spiritual body. He can see with the ears, he can see, eat with the eyes, like that. So he is beyond the senses. That is why he is Rishikesha. He is unattached. He is opulences, we have seen, no? All rich, all beauty, all strength, and all rich, all knowledge, all renunciation. 6 opulences. Is the example for renunciation. He was so attached to Vrindavan Vasis. They were his life. But when Uddhava came to, who came? Akrura. Right? Akrura came to call him. That Kamsa sent Akrura to call Krishna for that Malla Yuddha. Right? Chanura and Vimshika. With them, he had to fight. So when he came to call, whole Vrindavan Vasi came out. They were crying like anything. They fell down behind the chariot only. But this Maharaj, renunciation, example, did not even turn and see back. He told them a lie also. In fact, he knew he will not come back to Vrindavan. But he told them, I will come back. For that matter only, it is said, no, Vasudeva Krishna is in Vrindavan only. So who left was the Krishna? It is the Krishna who was meant for fighting. Vrindavan Krishna can never fight. So the Vasudeva Krishna was only in Vrindavan. Okay, Hare Krishna. So he is unattached. That is all renunciation, all knowledge and all renunciation. He is the maintainer of all. He is a Vishnu Tattva. Through Vishnu Tattva, he maintains. To Shiva Tattva, he annihilates. To Brahma Tattva, he creates. These all are Tattvas. That is what the absolute truth is. Today we have been seeing about the Tattva. Because knowledge. This is knowledge. If we have this tattva knowledge, then only we can stay in bhakti. He transcends the modes of nature and at the same time is a master of all modes of nature, Rishikesha. But he transcends. He is beyond the three modes of material nature. Nirguna. We say Nirguna. Nirguna does not mean he does not have form. Nirguna means he is not subject to any guna. He is beyond the three modes of material gunas. The supreme truth exists both internally and externally, in the moving and non-moving. He is beyond the power of material senses to see, to know. That's what I said. He can see with his ears, he can breathe through his eyes, he can eat through his nose like that. He is beyond all these things. Although he is very far, he is very near. Beautiful verses there in Ishopanishad 11.5. Okay, we will just finish and I will try to share that. It's a very, he can walk, but he doesn't walk. He sleeps, he doesn't sleep. That verse is beautiful verse. It's like he's far, but he's near. Yeah, he's far. He's in Golokadama. He's very near in our heart. 18th chapter also, I think in 16th verse also it is said, Krishna is seated in everybody's heart. Oh Arjuna, Arjune Tishta, Hriday Tishta. Krishna is seated in everybody's heart. There also, in two places Krishna says that he is seated in our heart. So there should not be any doubt at all. The supreme truth exists both internally and externally, in the moving and non-moving. That's why I said he exists in the form of Paramatma in the Chara and Achara. Everything, in a minutest atom also he enters. He is beyond the power of the material senses. With this material senses, we cannot understand him. He is beyond the material senses. Then how can we understand? Ataga Sri Krishna Namadi Nabavet Grahyam Indriyahi. Seven Mukehi Jigvado. Seva, Seven Mukehi. Through this tongue, we should glorify the Lord. We should chant regularly. We should associate, means we should, Yashravisana Machita Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parashvaram. Katayantachya Mam Nitya Tushyanti Charamanticha. They discuss about Krishna only. So this tongue, for everything, the tongue is used only for all these things. And he is beyond the material senses. So that means Seven Mukheki Jigvado Swayam Eva Spuratedaga. Krishna says if you use this tongue, control your tongue, and because as I told it, belly, genitals, all in the same line. If you are like that, Seven Mukheki Jigvado Swayam, I myself. Swayam Eva Spuratedaga. I will give you that knowledge with which you will be able to understand me. Like Premanjana Churita. I will give you that chakshu with which you will be able to see me, my form. So like that, I will give you that shrota, that hearing ability through which when you hear my name, I will myself enter your ears and clean your heart. Pravishta karna randrena swanam cha sarurgam dunauti shamalam Krishna shalilasya yatashata. Shalilasya yatashata. See, when the autumn season goes and spring comes, no, all the old leaves fall away. That is shalilasya Yatash Sharad, that is a Ritu. Okay, in that all old leaves goes, new comes. Like that, Krishna says, I enters your heart, clean. I clean your heart. All the Kama Vasana, everything, Kama Koma, Krodha, Lobha, Moga, Mada, Matsarya. My responsibility to clean and new thoughts in the whole, in this 13th chapter, the lot of importance given to the thoughts, mind, and thinking, because everything starts from thinking. What seed we put, we will be able to reap that only. What kind of thought we have, thoughts become words, words become action, actions become our habit, habit becomes our behavior, behavior becomes our character, character becomes our destiny. So our destiny depends on our thought. So what we are because of what we thought. So many people have told about this, right? What everything comes up. What we thought in the previous birth, the same body we have got now. So if you want to reap, if you want to have mango tree, saw only mango seed. So later you can't repent by saying the what is that guava tree seed. You can't depend. Oh, I wanted to reap mango, but the Lord has given me this. We can't do that. So that thought process, that is why association is very important. I'm telling, one day you don't attend the class or something, or one day we don't chant in the morning, whole day, the thoughts which we are not supposed to think only will come to our mind. So that's why association, hearing, chant and hear. Chant with the association. Exactly around 5:45. The chanting starts in ISKCON Kulai. Same link. Temple link. ty.temple. TEMPLE. So if you all join from 5:45, the chanting goes on till the Shringara Arati. And what do you call that? Shishtashtakam first they say. After that, Tulsi Arati. After Shishtashtakam, all 10, what is it, Aprad, 10 offenses is read. Then the chanting takes place. So come in the association. Here, Prabhupada's chanting will be going on. Here that chant in with the association. The mind will be purified. Once the mind is purified, thought will be purified. That's why Anartha Nivarti, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivarti. All Krishna is going on telling the same thing again and again to us. Okay, the Lord is near also, very far also. Far there, near in the heart. He is the source of all light, all luminous objects. Everything is He. There's nothing without Him. He is beyond the darkness of matter. He is the unmanifest. What is it? Unmanifest. Klesho dikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam. 12.5 visa. And another one, He is a darkness. He dispels the darkness. 10.11. Tesham evanu kampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha. Jnana mam eva bhatvasto jnana deepena basvata. He said, no, I light this knowledge of light of knowledge dispels the darkness of ignorance. He told again, 10.11. Beautiful verse that is Chatushloki, fourth Chatushloki, that one. So he is situated in everyone's heart. So we can very easily, he is Swarat. He is always there also. To create, he doesn't come. When he came as Krishna, Avatari, he did not leave his Goloka Dama. He was there also, giving pleasure to all the Nitya Siddhas. They are Nitya Siddhas, every day perform Nitya Karma there. Okay? Hare Krishna. Thus, the field of activity. What is the field of activity? This body. And the knowable have been summarily described. What is the knowable? The Paramatma, Jnanam. So to know about the Paramatma, you remember the tabular column. Last one, the goal of the knowledge. Paramatma on the other side we saw, right? Okay. Only mind devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain my nature. This mind devotees, underline, to be underlined. Only Vaishnavas, Vishnu Bhakta, Krishna Bhaktas, they can understand. Devatas, one who worship the Devatas, again, they will have to go one step forward because Devatas are also so many, that PPTs we saw. Vishnu is also meditating on somebody. Shiva is also meditating on somebody. Brahma, all the time, Brahma and Shiva are in meditation only. They all go for any problem. Brahma, all the Devatas go to Brahma. Brahma goes to Shiva. Shiva takes them to Vishnu. Vishnu take all of them to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Material nature and the living entity. So what is material nature? All these gunas we saw, no? 20 gunas. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam. Acharya Upasana. We did not discuss that. Very wrong it is. We should have discussed. First important, prime most is unalloyed devotion. Then this unalloyed devotion, how we have to perform under the guidance of the Supreme Personality of, under the guidance of spiritual master. Acharya Upasanam, Shaucham Stairyam Atma Vinigraha. So first is unalloyed devotion, then spiritual master. Bhakti, who helps us to understand, who helps us to follow this unalloyed bhakti? Only the spiritual master. Okay, so once we understand all these 20 qualities, Abhideya, process, what will happen? What is the prayojana? Transformation and the mode of matter are the products of material. We will come to this understanding that all these things are the products of material nature. What is this? Three gunas, three modes. Material nature and the living entity should be understood to as the beginningless. Very important to be known. Yeah, living entities are beginningless. Easy to understand because the soul is eternal. There was no time when the soul did not exist. Whole second chapter, first portion, we studied. Soul is eternal. How come material nature is not, perishable? Material nature destroys. But like the living entity, when the annihilation takes place, material nature also goes into the womb of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is that? That Karnodakshaya Vishnu. From his navel, it comes when the next creation takes place. Okay? But important thing is, material nature is the inferior energy. Living entity is the superior energy. Aparayam itaswanyam. Para is inferior. Para is the supermost. Parabrahma, Parandama. Aparayam itaswanyam. So material nature is created with the aparayam, inferior energy. Okay, so material nature, because it is created with the inferior living energy, it is said that it is perishable. Otherwise, it is Lord's energy. So this is also beginningless. So whenever annihilation takes place, we should not think everything has ended. Nothing ends. They all go into the womb of the Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and stay there. When the Lord glances the Mahatattva, who Karnodakshaya Vishnu, he glances the Mahatattva, universes are created. Then the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu enters into every universe, creates the living entity. Brahma's job is that. Then the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu enters into every living entity in every universe. Okay? So Karnodakshaya, Garbhodakshaya, Kshirodakshaya. Hare Krishna. कार्यकारण कर्तृत्वे हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुष सुख दुखाना भोक्तृत्वे हेतु उच्यते. Again came sukha dukha with equality. This we should not what to say. For some people, when they get dukkha, they blame the Lord. When they get sukha, they say it is because of my energy I got. They jump between sky and earth. That is what yesterday Lord told. He does not like them. He likes only those who are equipoised. Nature is said to be the cause of all material activities. Prakrite kriyamanani gunaiga karmani sarvashaga. The three modes of material nature in the Prakriti. The three modes of Guna Karmani. They are the root cause for all karma. They are the root cause for all activity. Mataji, if Guna Karma is the material, root cause for everything, why I get the sin? Very easy, no? I hurt somebody. Okay? You are saying the material nature hurts, not me. Then why do I get the sin? Beautiful question it is, right? Now, who told you hurt others? We desired with our heart, the soul desired to hurt the other person. Then Paramatma witnessed, seeing this hankering for hurting the other person. Oh, you want to hurt Pashyati, it's a Pashyati. He will not interfere. He has given the free will. He said, oh, this soul wants to hurt the other person desperately. Go and murder him. Let him. He will give ishara to the material nature. Make all conducive arrangement for this soul to go and kill the other soul. He makes arrangement. And this soul goes and kills. Obviously, it is bondage. It will because the soul desired. That's why we have to work on the soul level. Whenever time permits, I'll tell one very beautiful story. Radheshyam Prabhu has told how we have to work upon the soul and Paramatma, super soul level. One small story it is, but you'll be able to very well understand how can we work at super soul level. Okay, Purusha Prakriti Stohi, beautiful verse. Purusha Prakriti Stohi, Bhumte Prakriti Gyan Gunan, Karanam Guna Sangasya. Just now I told, Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunaiha Karmani, Karanam Guna Sangasya, Sat Asat, Yoni Karmashu, good or bad. Sat, good, Asat, evil. All these things happen to all various species. Why? Because Karanam Guna Sangasya. Due to the Sangha means association. Guna means modes of nature. And where is this? Where are these modes of nature? In the material nature. Okay. So the living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is because due to association, the material, when this soul comes in association with the material nature, it catches all the three gunas and it gets conditioned. Whichever guna we have prominently taken and come. 14, 16, all we will talk about guna. Mataji, by chance, if we are in Tamoguna, can't we transcend? Very, very, very easily we can transcend. So 16 and 17 will tell us how we can transcend these gunas. Okay? Hare Krishna, very nice chapter it is, right? And this is what I said. Upadrishtanu mantascha. He will only keep on watching. Upadrishtanu, drishti. Upadrishtanu mantacha. Bharta, bhokta, Maheshwara. Who is the Bharta and who is the bhokta? Maheshwara. 5.29. Bhoktaram, yajna tapasam, sarvaloka Maheshwara. Paramatmeti chapyukta. Dehe asvin purushe stita paraha. Embodied in this body. The soul living, residing in this body. So yet in this body, there is another transcendental enjoyer. Who is that another transcendental enjoyer? He is the Paramatma, supreme proprietor, who exists and as the overseer. He will only see. He will not advise us. He will not tell us this is right or wrong. He will keep on seeing. He does not. That 5 hearts, you remember? Hearts are the senses and the reins are the, the rein is the mind and the driver. Driver is the intelligence and the passenger is the soul. But unfortunately, this soul will not tell the driver where to go. We saw that, isn't it? Nice one that is. So who is known as the super soul? Who is that? Who is the overseer? Who sees our desires which rise in our soul. Okay, this is Sukadeva Goswami telling Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. Last 7 days, no? Parikshit Maharaj. One who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, the living entity, and the interaction of the modes with the nature is sure to attain liberation. So we won't lament. Life is between lamenting about the past and fearing about the future. So there is no present actually at all. The difference between the past and the future is known as present. So that means it's not even a fraction of a, what is that? Kshana. Kshana we say, no? That Kshana is equal to somewhere 1 by, I think, 10,000 or some thousands of a second. That is Kshana. Okay? To attain. So one who understands that the philosophy between the material nature helps us to think. And material nature also helps us to implement our desire. Without material nature, without the nature making the conducive environment, unless and until the Paramatma sanctions, none of our desire will be fulfilled. So many times we all have experienced, no? The Hazar Manglo, we don't get that because Paramatma is so merciful. He knows the soul desires, but if I give, the soul will suffer a lot. Let me not give this soul. Let me try as long as mother says, no, you give me toffee, I'll go to school. Mother keeps on saying, no, teeth will fall, this, that. Child is so adamant. If you give the toffee, I'll go for the exam. No other way. Mother will give, knowing very well it's harmful for my child. She will give, okay, take the toffee and go for the exam. That's all she will say. So the Paramatma will say, oh, I tried my level best. You want, okay, tatastu, Maya Devi, give it to him, and we will suffer. Hare Krishna. That's why you may be thinking, why the Lord lets us do this? The Lord lets us do wrong things just because of the hankering from the soul. Okay, the super soul is perceived by through meditation, by some through. That is, meditations are yogis, some through cultivation of knowledge, they are jnanis, others through the working without fruitive desire, nishkama karmis. Super soul is perceived. We try to understand super soul. Jnanis, okay. Yogis try to understand through meditation. Jnanis try to understand through cultivating this knowledge, reading scriptures. And the karmis try to understand this Paramatma through Nishkama Karma. Who is Nishkama Karmi? Surrendering the effects of the karma under the lotus feet of the Lord. Everybody. This is Kardama Muni. Oh, one day I said K, I could not, and Devahuti, Kapila Dev, their son. Okay, and Devahuti accepted Kapila Deva as her spiritual master, and he gave the yogic system to her. He gave him the yoga. What yoga is this? Krishna told Ashtanga Yoga in the sixth chapter, Dhyana Yoga, right? That yoga this is. Not that Patanjali Yoga. Okay, so he's also a great sage. But we are talking, Kapila Muni is again expansion of Lord himself. Okay, that is why both are not same. Both the yogas are not same, we should understand. Again, there are those who, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, they're not very well conversed, but still what happened? They begin to worship the Supreme Lord. No, that is Madhyamadhikari. Madhyamadhikaris try their level best to convince the neophytes, but they will not be able to. Only Uttamadhikari can do that. Okay, the Supreme Person, upon hearing about him from others, slowly, gradually keep on hearing. Shravanam is a very important act. Shravanam. That's a Parishit Maharaj heard for 7 days. He could reach Lord's abode. Before that, Dakshaka snake came and bit the soul. The Lord took the soul along with him. Okay, because of their tendency to hear from authorities. Who are these authorities? See, initially when they come without faith, they come. They try to understand. But the more YouTube, so many things we hear, no, attending many classes, doing this is by supreme authorities. Automatically we transcend to the higher level. That is, we transcend from the path of Janma Mrityu, Jara Vyadi, Dukkha Dosha, Anudarshanam. We get free from this path. O chief of the Bharatas, whatever you see in existence, moving and moving, is only my combination. Cheta, Acheta, everything. And the field of activities, the knower, the field itself, there is a body. Everything is me. Why the body is the Lord? Because the Lord has created the material nature. Our body is made up of the material nature. Krishna is our eyes. Krishna is our nose. Krishna is our mind. Everything is Krishna. Sarvam Krishna. But we at Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. Samam Sarveshu Bhuteshu. Internet showing unstable connection. Samam, 1 second. Yes. Samam Sarveshu Bhuteshu Tishtantam Parameshwaram Vinashyastva Vinashyatvam Yantam Yaha Pashyati Sapashyati. One who sees the super soul accompanying the individual soul in all bodies. Is he who understands that neither the soul nor the super soul is ever destroyed? Means both are eternal. Both can never be destroyed. He is the real seer. He only actually sees. So other people who do not understand the soul and the super soul, both are eternal. Soul is also part and parcel of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Super soul is the Lord Himself. So if you understand, He's part and parcel with the very important thing, liberty, with the free will, decides on its own, though it is Lord's amsha, because of the desiring ability. So the Paramatma, how much ever tries to convince the soul will not be able to, unless and until again the soul comes under the direct instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But it is really, I'm telling you, it's a Guru Milna is like, there is a saying, no, that Srila Prabhupada's devotee asked, Prabhupada, you say Krishna will give a spiritual master. Also, you say spiritual master will help you to reach Krishna. So the chick came first or the egg came first? So it is the mercy. There comes the Kripa. Yesterday we saw before Shraddha, Satam Kripa and Mahat Seva. So there comes. Keep on doing Mahat Seva. The mercy of Lord will automatically come. Mercy of the Lord means spiritual master. After that, it is spiritual master's duty to reach us to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so one who sees the super soul accompanying the individual soul in all bodies, who understand that neither the soul nor the super soul is destroyed, he only actually sees. One who sees the super soul in every living being and equal everywhere, does not degrade himself by his mind. Okay, it's very important. Thus, he approaches the transcendental destination. We should know the super. See, sometimes what happens, we need to give importance to us because the Paramatma lives in this. That is what Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Why that Uttamadhikaris are not able to harm anybody? They see the super soul in every body. That is why. One who can see all the activities are performed by the body, which is created by the material nature, and sees that the self does nothing. Souls does nothing. Yet the Paramatma also only sees what is happening. So the soul will desire, the mind will make plan, the intelligence will analyze, and the Paramatma will sanction, then the material nature will make it happen. 18th chapter, 14th verse. Adhishtanam manaschakam karta cha karanam pritak vidaha. That is Adhishtana means body. The soul needs a place to perform its action. So the soul needs this body, Adhishtanam, Karta, the doer, Karanam, the instruments, Vividasha Pritak Cheshta. We need a lot of endeavors to do. That is Balam Balavata, the Lord. Daivimcha. Panchamam. So fifth factor which helps to perform any action is the Daivimcha Panchamam. Without the sanction of the Daivimcha Paramatma, nothing. We say Anuindri Avanindri Anumasyade. Nothing moves without his will. But who is that sanctioner? The Paramatma. Without that, nothing moves, okay? Hare Krishna, the sky, due to its subtle nature, does not mix with anything, although it is all pervading. Similarly, the soul situated in the Brahman vision does not mix with the body. Though situated in the body, it lives aloof, it only sees. Okay, what I just wanted to tell you something what we learned yesterday. It slipped. Similarly, the body is situated, although it is all pervading, similarly, the soul situated in the Brahman vision does not mix with the body. We saw no ekamshos titer vayuhu. As the vayu, it is actually seated in the space only, but it spreads and it does not get affected by the aroma, fragrance, or the durgandh, whatever it is. It carries the durgandh wherever it goes, but it does not get affected. Immediately, if it goes through a rose garden, it will carry the rose smell. So, but it does not get affected. Same way, this analogy Srila Prabhupada has given. So, like yesterday also we saw the same thing. The phrase we saw was, Ekamsho stito jagata. The Lord seated in one place, but he pervades everywhere, we saw. Right? I think the last but one. O son of Bharata, as the sun alone illuminates all this universe, so does the living entity, one within the body. The Paramatma only is the root cause. It illuminates the entire body by consciousness. In the name of soul, it illuminates the body. If the soul is not there, it is actually a body. It is not a entity. It is not a living entity. It is only a body when the consciousness goes away. One who knowingly sees this difference between the body and the knower of the body. So, knower of the body is the soul and the Paramatma. The knowable Jnanam, Jnayam is the Paramatma. And the whole process is the, that is what you call material nature. Through the material nature, we try to understand the supreme soul, super soul from this bondage. So once we understand this process of liberation, so what is process of liberation? Following the 20 qualities given by the Lord. Try, take up one virtue in a month, try to follow. Amanitvam you take. No, anybody scolding, it's okay, let them scold. Somewhere I might have scolded them, they are scolding me now. Don't mana puja, mana pratishta. Today morning lecture, Naminisha Prabhu told about all these things only. So, one who has some false ego, they only have this mana puja, mana pratishta. Okay, first verse is Arjuna's 6 questions, and then comes description of Kshetra, that's a body, Kshetrajna, soul and the super soul. Jnana is the process, 20 qualities from 13.8 to 12. And Gayam is the object of knowledge, that is a super soul. Prakriti, material nature and its union, vision of knowledge, Gayam. That is again same, that is Paramatma. So for understanding this, the Lord has to give us the Premanjana. Lord has to give us that Chakshu. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, we finish on time. I told you one thing. What did I tell? We finish on time or have we exceeded the time? Hare Krishna. Oh, it is 10:30 already. I will show you tomorrow.